In this lesson, I am introducing set builder notation to identify the domain and range of graphs. And so in the warm-up, I reinforced or accessed their prior knowledge of what they already do about inequalities and trying to build a strong foundation of inequalities, the meaning of inequalities for this lesson. In the first example in the guided practice, it's just points that are on the graph. So we talk about, well, list the x coordinates for the domain and the y coordinates for the range. But I have students go ahead and write out the ordered pairs so that they can be careful not to miss one of those. And if any of the x's or y's are repeated, then you don't list those in the domain. But we really tried to straighten out that even just because it's not a function, because that one does fail the vertical line test in number 1, that you still can identify the domain and the range, because some students were confused about that. And the second and third example, I'm going to model what I did with this guided practice. For domain and range, I used 2 different colors, and I had them pick out 2 different colors of the colored pencils. So I'm going to use red for domain, and range I'm going to use blue. So on the red, on the domain, I'm going to look at what are the possible x values for this graph. How far left does it go? Is at -3, and then along the x-axis it goes, the greatest x coordinate is +3. So the domain in set builder notation would be x such that x is between -3 and 3, and it includes it. Those are closed points that on that line that's drawn, so it includes it. So you're going to have -3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to +3. On the range, you're going to change to different colors, so I'm going to change to blue. And then I'm going to talk about the y values now. And so how low does it go is from -4 to +3, and I really want students to see that I'm just looking at those y values. So y is between -4 and 3. So instead of x, we're going to talk about y such that it's between -4 and 3, and it does include -4 and 3. It's closed circles. So y such that -4 is less than or equal to y is less than or equal to 3. And then we're going to change back to red for the domain of the graph of number 3. And so how far left does it go is -4. How far right do the x values go is infinity. So this time it's not going to be an in-between statement. It's going to be an open circle at -4 and then going to infinity for the numbers on the other side of 0. So to positive infinity. So you're going to have x such that how far left does it go is -4. And then how far right, it's not equal to -4, but then it goes to infinity, so you're going to have x is greater than -4. In the range, we're going to change back to blue. And so on the range, how low does it go? It goes as low as +1. And then again, just because the arrow is angled, it's going to the right forever, and it's also going up forever. So it's going to be from +1 to infinity. It never stops going up either. You have to look at that arrow in 2 different directions. And so it's going to be range is y such that y is greater than or equal to, this time it will include +1, so y is greater than or equal to 1.